I know he may not be in the 11. He's been rested today, and it's going to be Yuzvendra Chahal playing. But something very interesting that Kuldeep Yadav did mention yesterday. Let's have a listen first.
अभी सबने देख लिया कि कुलदीप कैसे बॉलिंग करता है, तो सबको पता है कि एक चाइना मैन है, उसके बाद रॉन्ग वन है, फ्लिपर है, तो थोड़ा कुछ अलग भी करना बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि आप थोड़े थोड़े चेंजेस अगर अपने बॉलिंग में करते हैं, वो शायद बैट्समैन को नहीं दिखते हैं, पर वो आपको पता होता है कि आप चेंजेस वो कर रहे हो, तो वो बहुत फ़र्क डालते हैं.
Not had the easiest time of late, particularly if you look back at 2019 in both formats of the game.
Now, 2019 wasn't a good year for him, but that's an interesting clip where he says, मेरे पास flipper है, wrong gun है और China man है. पर वो तीन तो बॉल होते हैं ना? हाँ. It's like Zach saying मेरे पास out swinger है, in swinger है, yorker है, एक bouncer है. But you play with those, right? So he's got to play with those. How many balls did Shane Warne have? Shane Warne had a leg spinner, an occasional googly, very occasional, and he had the top spinner flipper. That's it. He played with that and got 700 wickets.
But what, I mean, if you had to look at him again, we keep talking about the mental aspect. We talked about Manish Pandey's mental aspect, Rishabh Pant, how will he react to being benched. But in terms of Kuldeep Yadav, I mean, he knows that it's really a toss-up between him. But he's someone who you need to build confidence.
I think he was lucky in the last game, wasn't he? The seamers bowled so well in the last game.
They set it up for him.
That they had to attack Kuldeep Yadav, and the moment you attack him, he is on home ground.
I think that about his clip and what statement he made, I think that's the story of every cricketer. I think if you're playing this game, that's what it's all about. You have to keep reinventing yourself. You have to just keep finding those answers, and you have to keep looking for different ways of possibly evolving yourself or preparing, because like you said, there are only that many deliveries. There are only that many shots a batsman can play. But you have to keep evolving that technique. You have to keep getting better. Technology is there. Everyone is observing. Everyone is trying to understand, okay, what kind of approach you have, how you play in a particular way, at a particular stage in your innings, or what kind of technical flaws you have. And people are going to exploit that. So that's something which goes without saying with everyone. I think what he's understood now is that he has to keep on going with that process, and I think sooner you understand in your career, better it is for you in the long term, because you're never relaxing. You are always trying to find that extra bit, because knowingly or unknowingly you develop a pattern. So that pattern eventually is decoded by someone or the other, and once it's decoded, you have to again come up with reshuffle that puzzle and start again.
And it's obvious that whatever secrets he is or whatever he's working on is not something that he's going to give away. So he talked about what he has in his armory, but what are the kind of things that he'd want to work on?
Aren't there secrets at all? I mean, I remember Warne used to say at the start of every season that he's produced this magic ball, and everyone kept waiting, and it was just a change of name. It was the same ball that he kept calling.
Oh, it was mind games.
He called it something different. I remember Warne saying once, he said, I had the leg break, which no one could take from me. How do you make the leg break look like 6 different balls? He said, I'd bowl one slow, one little quicker, one on leg, one on off, one on middle, bowl one fuller, hold one back a little. Use that one ball to make it look like I've got many balls. So maybe and Warne loves Kuldeep Yadav. Last time I think in that Sydney test, Kuldeep took 5 wickets, and at the press conference, at the interview, he said, I'm so proud to get 5 wickets in front of my idol. And just seen Warne was like a little child, looking very happy.
But he was the king of the mind game.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So I guess if you're talking about that, but again, if you talk about the numbers for Kuldeep Yadav, and we did put a few together to illustrate why he may have had a disappointing 2019. Only 4 T20Is since January of 2019. The last couple of series, he only came in at the fag end of that West Indies series, picked 4 wickets from 9 games in the IPL, and was dropped after 9 games. Now, he's such an iconic feature in the IPL. I think of all the statistics we're talking about, the IPL is the one that would have hurt most.
Has it ever happened to you as well in your career? You've taken 200 wickets and suddenly you go through a phase thinking, where am I going to get my next wicket from? I wonder if he's going through that phase because he's been hit a few times. Has it happened to you in your career too? Kaise hoga?
Well, luckily not.
Even it was, he won't tell us.
You put me on the spot. I had to say it. Yeah. But I think in Kuldeep's case, those ODI numbers have not been that bad. I think what really put him under pressure was those couple of games of T20s, and I think that just kind of created that doubt in his head. and then he was not getting opportunity in IPL as well. So you can't really do much if you're sitting on the bench. So that is something which was the case with him. He's back. He's all these time offs you can utilize to your advantage. So that is something which as a cricketer you always have to think, and the process never stops. So that is something which you have to live by. The failures are actually key to success. So that is something which you, if you have that lookout, that it just kind of helps you deal with setbacks in a better manner.
He'll be good in Australia though.
Yeah.
Genuinely big boundaries in Australia, so he'll be good there.